Yeah, underdog, crypto. Flipping my bank account. If I flip the bag, made it flip like a flip phone. Underdog, crypto. Look at my bank account. Lifted my bag, I'm a millionaire crypto. Underdog, crypto. Flipping my bank account. Just flip the bag, made it flip like a flip phone. Underdog, crypto. Look at my bank account.
It is your boy, Underdog Crypto, aka Jay, here with a cryptocurrency video. This is my cryptocurrency audit, and I will be providing you a review of a content creator and their review on a project. Now, why is this important? It's important because too long have we had content creators provide information that may be more hype than it is research. That is going to put people in positions where they can fail. The responsibility is ultimately on you as a crypto trader to do your own research. However, it is important that we can become better researchers ourselves. And your boy Underdog Crypto is here to assist you with that effort. No one's doing this on the World Wide Web. You will only find it here on my platform, Underdog Crypto. Without further ado, let me give you my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. It's for your educational purpose only. But if you use this information and blow up your bank account, then you are absolutely welcome. I got to give you my disclaimer about what I will be doing under the Fair Use Act of Section 107 Copyright Act in 1976. It allows for me to do this, and I can provide criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. And I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to go through and use some of their content under this act so that I can provide you this content in a way that you can see what they said and also hear feedback from me. Now, who am I? For those who don't know me, your boy Underdog Crypto is a certified digital currency investigator, a certified fraud examiner, certified social media intelligence expert, certified expert in cyber investigations. I hold a master's degree in digital forensics. I am a digital forensic scientist, currently pursuing my PhD in technology with a focus on information systems. And all that means is I take my time to investigate these projects to provide you the best research possible that you can leverage and hopefully change your life. And that's exactly what I want to do here. But what is this about? Well, this is about the cryptocurrency content creator named Tammy, aka Queen of Crypto. She did a video on November 27, 2021, and the project that she reviewed was Piccolo Inu. If you are interested in Piccolo Inu, you get another opportunity here to hear about this project. But at the same time, good sources of information is vital if you want to put yourself in a position to win. And I'm going to be reviewing the content creators to make sure that the information they pass along is consistent with more research and less hype. Let's find out what Tammy did. This is an overview of my analysis of her review. I found in my analysis a summary, these categories she went over. She did a project overview, price action and explanation. She discussed public sentiment regarding meme coins. She had transparency and disclosure aspects. She did a website analysis, a security discussion, marketing and momentum of the project. She discussed comparative analysis, critical analysis, speculation, and market maven opinion. Now, these are my categories that I provided for you so that you can get a summary. I'm going to walk you through each and every one of these areas, playing a little snippet of her video in that category and giving my feedback based on that. Remember, the purpose of this is not to give you technical analysis and read coin market cap. You can do that anywhere. Underdog Crypto and my platform is to evolve you so you can learn how to fish yourself and not be so dependent on others, that you can grow your knowledge. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now let's go through project overview. This is what she said about Piccolo Inu.
Now, talking about discounted prices, let's jump into the token that I'm going to discuss today, and that is Piccolo Inu. So here's the thing about this token. It's not even a month old, and it's on a couple of different exchanges, which is really good, because when a token is usually that young, you usually have to jump on a swap to get it, and then you have to pay a huge amount in gas fees. It's ridiculous. So it's good that it's on Bitmart and a couple of other exchanges, so you can get it for really dirt cheap.
So far, Tammy has given a basic introduction to the project. She didn't give too much hype. Some content creators will start you off with hype. Be cautious when you see a project that starts off telling you how great it is with a thumbnail, which is an image on the front of that video that discusses 5,000, 1,000, 100% gains, because oftentimes that is to get you to click and watch the video. That is not necessarily going to tell you what the legitimate price speculation is for that project. A lot of that is just hype. So far, she has done just that, provide you research on what she thought about the project from an overview perspective. Now let's see what she says about the price action of this project.
When it was launched on Bitmart, the price was absolutely maxed out. As you can see, when it was launched on Bitmart, it absolutely rocketed to the top and slowly but surely has just settled down into the position where it is now, and that is 60249937. So to make those numbers very easy to understand, if you had purchased it when it first launched on Bitmart, you would have paid like $1 per million. But now if you buy it today, because it's on a huge discounted sale, you can get this, and for $1, you're going to get about 3.5 million.
So Tammy did something there I think you should note. Tammy not only gave you the current price action, she then explained what that price actually means, especially a lot of times when we look at Bitcoin, for example, it has a lot more zeros than the actual dollars that we normally use on a daily basis. She gave you a estimate of what it would have cost you if you had used $1 to buy tokens, what it would have cost you if you had did that now, and showed you the difference in price from the time it first released to now. I thought that was a very good aspect of her video. A lot of times content creators do not do that. Sometimes they only tell you the height of the token. They don't give you the historical aspect of the token, and that could be a bad thing for you if you're buying at a top, or if you're buying at a bottom. Seeing the opportunity and the growth can be something that helps you when looking at this project. So that's what she did on price action. So going further, let's see what she stated about the marketing and momentum of Piccolo Inu. This is what she said.
They do have all of the different links up there, like for EtherScan and Certic. So let's go to EtherScan and find out exactly how many holders they have right now. So as of right now, they have 13,644 holders, which is good for a coin that's only a month old. And on Twitter, 16,800 followers, which is also really good. So they do have a little bit of momentum when it comes to marketing, but the bottom line is this: does it have, how many tokens are out there, and does it have volume, and what is the potential from the price going up where it is now? So on EtherScan, total supply is about 100 trillion tokens, and in the last 24 hours, it's about $500,000.
This was her looking at the project, telling you about the project from where the tokens are, how many holders. Now that is also a good thing to see in your research. When you're looking at a token, it can tell you the newness of that token possibly, or it can also tell you exactly how many people are buying in. Sometimes that may be a factor that you want to consider when looking at these cryptocurrency projects, as that may be important for you to see the growth. Again, she then talks about the circulating supply. And that also can give you a reasonable estimate about the potential growth of a project. And yet she still didn't state anything that was based on hype. She went to Ethereum Scan to show you the facts so you can see for yourself. And I think that's also an important factor that you need to see in your research. Now let's look at the transparency of this project. Let's see what she said that was transparent. Here we go.
I also hold not very much of this Piccolo Inu, not much at all. And as soon as I can grab some profits out of there, I absolutely will. You know, it's one of those things that it's a play to earn game. The game's not ready. They say that they're making a swap, PINU swap. I don't think that's ready. The devs are all doxed, which I do like, but there's something wrong with the format of the website. Like there's parts of it that get cut off, and I don't like that.
This was very, very notable. If you notice what Tammy did, she went through the website. She went through the actual process of looking at the project. She talked about the roadmap, but not as if it was actually happening. She let you know that these things were promises, because that's what a roadmap is until it's fulfilled. These are promises from the project, but they haven't been fulfilled. She talked about the gaming aspect, that's the utility of the project, but she also said that she didn't like certain things about the website, about the project, and I thought that was important too. The content creator here is giving you a baseline from what they have found about this project, and some of the sentiment may be considered negative to some people by them saying they don't like the design, and that is a little opinionated. However, these details may be important for you as you look into the project to know that the project has made these promises in their roadmap, but they haven't fulfilled those promises yet. So Tammy did that, and I think that is something that you should look at as a content creator. Let's keep going. Let's look at the project security. What does she say about the project and regarding to security? Here we go.
Now let's go back to their website, because they do have a link for Certic. So I want to see if they've been audited. So over at Certic, it looks like it was onboarded October 24th, but officially the audit has not been completed yet. Okay, now let's check out their white papers. And it looks like once this PINU swap is open, you can stake the token, and you can also earn reflections on the tokens.
So Tammy did something that was very critical. A lot of times we look at these Certic audits or other audits of the project, and it gives us this sense of security. But we have seen that just because something is audited and that the computer programming of a website or token is legitimate, that is the technical aspects. It doesn't represent if that project will do well or if that project could possibly have issues with it overall. It only tells you about the technical analysis from that standpoint, from that audit. And we've seen projects that have had issues that were not located in their project at the time of the audit, but they ended up having some real issues. Now, what I liked about what she did there is that she provided you information about the Certic, giving you the owning board date of that project and also stating that it hadn't finished. I've seen content creators talk about this particular project, Piccolo Inu, and they've said that the Certic was completed, which is misinformation. Either they wasn't understanding that the Certic had not been completed, or they only read a little bit and they didn't have the full picture and they gave that information out. Hopefully it wasn't on purpose, because that would be disinformation when you do it and you do it purposely. But misinformation is when you may make an accident and say something that's not true. Well, because some people look at Certic audits and have a lot of weight, you may need to know that Certic hasn't completed audit on this project. That might be important for you. Some people don't want to get into a project that new because they want to see what happens after Certic has went through their audit, or that is their perspective. So I think it's important what she did there. That is something you should look for, and she provides you that information based on the research. Project website analysis. Let's see what she said about the website for Piccolo Inu.
So basically the white papers is exactly the same thing that was on the website. There's no new information over there.
So she didn't say much about the website. She did say that there wasn't anything new, but I want you to remember that earlier we heard her say that she didn't like the setup of the website, the actual design, that there's parts of it cut off that she thought that was weird in her own words. And she said that you can't find any different information. Now, what does that do for you as a investor or a trader? Well, you may want to know or may assume that there could be additional information on a website that differs from the white paper, but she is telling you that, hey, there's the same information on both. So that may be something that you find important. For me, I thought that was easy to understand, and that could be interpreted two different ways. It could be interpreted that maybe the project wanted to simplify the process to make it easy, or maybe some people expect there to be additional, more thorough information on a website. That is going to be more subjective to that person's opinion. But she didn't provide anything that was off topic. She stayed on topic, and I think that's important. So let's keep going with her analysis and see what else that she said. And we're going to go to her comparative analysis and see what she said.
You know, what can we say about a token like this? There's nothing happening just yet. They do have a lot of promises out there that they have the PINU swap and a CERTIC audit, all of these things to come. And we've heard all of that from other coins as well, like Saitama. Saitama was supposed to release the mask 2 weeks ago. They said 2 weeks. Now it's 2 weeks later. We haven't heard anything about that. The CERTIC audit, haven't heard anything about that. You know, it's one of those things that we just don't know.
Now, that was really, really a good initiative by Tammy. Now, did you notice what she did? She's talked about that a project, and she compared it to another project and saying that, hey, you know, at this stage of this product, that you see another project that's similar in the same space, and they haven't always met their statements on roadmaps. And so since there's no information, she didn't fill it in with fluff. She didn't provide you information that was not stated. She gave you another project that you could look at and help you to determine, is that the norm? It's important to see when projects are falling within a space of normality and when projects have an outlier. An outlier means they're behaving in a way that other projects similar aren't behaving. Sometimes that could be good. Sometimes it could be negative. The thing about it is you have the opportunity to look at the other project, and you can use that as a comparative analysis and let yourself think, is it important that the project is on task with their roadmap? Well, she gave you another project to compare it to. And so I think that's important that you have that reference so you can have a better job of looking at these projects. So let's keep going and see what else that she said in analysis. So let's go to the public sentiment aspect and see what she said. Here we go.
What's the backstory here on Piccolo Inu? A lot of these meme tokens, I think that they're made to kind of ride off the fame that Shiba Inu has caused. With the meme token, people want to jump into the next Shiba Inu. People want to get into a token that has a lot of zeros into it and has the potential for very big growth. But I think Shiba Inu is one of those tokens that's probably a once in a year event because that SHIB army is huge. And if I hold Shiba Inu.
So she gave us public sentiment. Now, notice what she did. She talked about the project, and I like that she kept it real. This is what she did. She stated, look, coins that are considered in this meme coin space, and we'll talk about the difference between a meme coin logo and a meme coin and a coin with utility on another video. But to keep it in perspective, she said, hey, coins that's in this space are wanting to have the same success as Shiba Inu. Now, with that being said, she's like, let's keep it real. This is what they want to do, but you may not have the success of Shiba Inu. Now, I thought that was important. Most tokens, most people look at because the prices are inexpensive and they want it to go up a lot to make a lot of money. But just because a token is inexpensive doesn't mean that the token is going to perform well. And it also doesn't mean it's going to perform like another popular token that she gave example of Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu had something that she talked about It's the community. Now, how many times have I told you on May 8th of 2021, when I first did my video on Shiba Inu, I told everyone, and you watched the video, about why it was so important that community building with everything we do in this space. I'm community building. The Shiba Inu project was community building, and this project here, Piccolo Inu, has to community build. The power of community is what made that project successful. And the fact that she recognized that and stated it as a factor was a huge plus in her favor about her review of this project. So Tammy did an excellent job in bringing that to your attention. So let's keep going and do this analysis. And we're going to go through her critical analysis. What does she say about the project that might be considered critical? Here we go.
You know, what can we say about a token like this? There's nothing happening just yet. They do have a lot of promises out there that they have the PINU swap and a CERTIC audit, all of these things to come. And we've heard all of that from other coins as well, like Saitama. Saitama was supposed to release the mask 2 weeks ago. They said 2 weeks. Now it's 2 weeks later. We haven't heard anything about that. The CERTIC audit, haven't heard anything about that. You know, it's one of those things that we just don't know.
Now, I thought I'd show you that clip again because I thought it was important that you saw that she was critical about, hey, we just don't know. There's promises being made. They haven't been fulfilled yet. But that doesn't mean anything really at this point. It's not unusual for projects to set roadmaps and not meet those roadmaps. So it's one of those aspects of research where you have to apply that data in your own research, and it has to mean something to you or mean nothing to you. I think it was important, though, that she said that because it showed a critical analysis of that perspective of them meeting those roadmaps. She didn't say if they didn't meet the roadmap yet. She gave a comparative analysis. If they have not met their roadmaps, then you know what? Other projects hadn't met the roadmap. What does that really mean? The project she compared it to hadn't met its roadmap on some things, but it's been very successful over a short term. So I thought that was key, and I wanted to play that again because I wanted you to see this area of critical analysis. It's not FUD just because it's critical. That is something that we have to relearn and reteach ourselves. If someone has a question or something that doesn't sound positive, that doesn't mean it's FUD. Those are researchable aspects of a project that you really need to know. In fact, I personally focus on the things that are negative that people are saying because I need to go through it to find out if there's any truth to it. If there's no truth to it, then I don't have to weigh it very heavily. But if I sit there and I don't want to see it and I close my eyes like I don't want to see what people say that's negative, it's really not a smart way to put your money in an investment. That's like having a house on fire and you're sitting in the room and you say, well, if I put my hands over my eyes, I don't know the house on fire. You're still going to get burned. So I thought it was important that I brought that snippet up again, that she gave that critical analysis about the project. And it wasn't FUD. She just gave the facts about this project in that aspect. Going through, let's talk about her speculation. Now, I'm going to bring this up right now. It's important that we can decipher between speculative conversations, which everyone has their opinion. And the name of this video that she created was her thoughts about Piccolo Inu. So this is her speculation. But unfortunately, in the crypto space, too many of us believe that just because someone speaks about a project means that they're shilling it or fudding it. That means we can't talk about a project. There's going to be speculation that people apply if it's going to do well or not. But we need to identify when someone is simply speculating doesn't mean necessarily it's true. So let's see what she said about this project and her speculations. Here we go.
So massively, massively on sale. And you guys know what I say about these little tokens. Like you buy them as a lottery ticket, throw 25, 30 bucks at it and just see where it goes. At this price, I think it's going to go up. And I think you could possibly double, if not triple your money from here, but you never know. So that's why I say with these kind of meme tokens, Don't put too much into it. Just put a little bit. And if you make a little bit of money, as soon as it's up there, take your profits, do profit taking. Just basically get your money back along with a little bit of a profit. And if you want to leave some tokens in there just to see where it goes, I mean, that's what I normally do.
So let's talk about that really quickly. Now, I want to state this. I am not a financial advisor. And at the beginning of her video, she stated she's not a financial advisor. And although this particular clip from her video sounds like she's giving financial advice, she ended it with, that's what she would do. So I want to make sure I'm clear. Now, she did say some things that I believe is more opinionated. Let me tell you what she said. She said that these meme type tokens, I need to do a whole video series about the difference between a utility and a meme coin, meaning that a token may have a meme. This has a Piccolo Inu from the Dragon Ball Z themed Piccolo, and you look at it, you say, oh, it's a meme coin. It's like Dogecoin. It is not like Dogecoin. The reason it's not like Dogecoin, it's the same confusion people have with Shiba Inu. They don't understand the utility. When a project has a utility, for example, this one is a gaming NFT, trading card games. This is going to be the utility. Now, it hasn't happened yet, and they have a meme of a Piccolo Inu, but to call it meme, and that's the common vernacular about these projects, it really is causes confusion, and people can't distinguish between the utility and an actual meme coin that does nothing other than have a picture. I'll go on that on another video, but she stated that these meme coins, that she sees it going up 3x. Now, I think it's very new and too soon to say whether or not the project would go up. Now, on a conservative note, you could look at the project, and if you got in the beginning, we've seen it went up. So if we look at the historical data, what she said is true. But the way she presented it does make the appearance that it's going to go up from there. But that's her opinion, and we're all entitled to her opinion. But there is nothing that can determine if the project is going to go up, and that so no one can truly say it. So that is speculation. So I wanted to make sure that we and discern the difference between someone giving a thought to say this is going to go up, like we see a lot of the larger content creators do, and something that says, I believe it has the potential to go up. So she gives speculation there, and there's nothing wrong with speculation as long as clear to the audience, and that is you, that the information is speculative. And that's what I believe that she provided you. Market Maven opinion. Let's see what her opinion was about this project.
It's a crapshoot. It's a lottery ticket. You just don't know. That's my opinion of this token. I'm going to put a couple more dollars into it right now. In a few weeks, I'll let you know whether or not I hit it lucky, if I sold some of it, if I took profits. And after I take profits, how many am I going to leave in there just for the fun of it to see where it goes?
It was very transparent there. She started off the conversation saying this is her opinion. That's important. I think when we give opinions in research, there's a space for that. If you write a research paper or there's any research, people have a theory, right? When you do a research, you have a theory, and you have to test that theory through the scientific method to prove it, to make it a factual. Now, I think that when she gave her opinion, she stated and prefaced it with, this is my opinion. She can say whatever she wants to. Now, that means you have a responsibility as a person viewing the content to distinguish when someone says opinion. Oftentimes, people don't tell you this is their opinion, nor will they tell you they're speculating. And so you have to look at the full context of that particular content that you're reviewing to see what is an opinion and what is actual fact. Here she stated it was an opinion, and there's nothing we can say about that. If it doesn't happen, then she's still good because she gave her opinion. If it does happen, then you can say, hey, you might weigh that and say, well, her opinion matters to you more or less. That is that part you have to build with these content creators that like, know, trust, and build that relationship that you feel that content gives you. So that is important. So that's what she said about her opinion. So finally, Let's see what else she said in her opinion in this category about this project. Here we go.
But I'm probably not going to be in this baby long enough to see any of that happen.
Well, she is stating right there, and she's giving her opinion that this is how she looks at this project. She's going to get in. She's going to put money on this project. As she looks to take her profits out of it, she's giving you her personal trading view about this project. Now, that may or may not sway you. I don't think that there was such a short statement that I don't believe that it was the totality of the message you received. She gave you a clear message about Piccolo Inu and walked through everything else. Another thing I want to say about what Tammy did, aka the Queen of Crypto, is she also provided you her speculation and her opinion as the smallest aspect of this project. She didn't put a lot of emphasis on it, and I think that's important because too many times there's too much emphasis on people's opinion, and that's where I came up with the phrase research over hype. We're looking at the hype, and we got to separate it from the factual research. So what is my opinion of Tammy? I believe that she receives an A+. I would grade her fairly because what she did was give you straight line, short context to give you an overview of this project. She provided you researchable facts that you can look up on your own. She told you when it was speculation. She told you when it's her opinion. She even gave you her personal insights about how she trades. She gave you comparative analysis. She was critical of the website, critical of other aspects. She talked about the roadmap and what she saw about when they don't meet their roadmap or when they didn't. These are factors you need to look at in content creators. So I encourage you to look at her content. I will have a link in the description of this video for you to go to her Piccolo Inu video so that you might be able to review her content, and maybe she should be someone that's in your network when you're doing your research. I don't know her personally, and this is just me providing my analysis of her research. So that's all I have for you folks. Don't forget, before you go, like this video, share, subscribe, go to my boy Indigo Saint to the top. I want you to watch his video. I keep telling you folks, because what we are doing here in the Underdog crypto platform is disrupting the crypto space. No one is providing you content like this. They may not be able to, but your boy Underdog Crypto wants to equip you to win, and I'm doing it right now. So I hope you enjoyed the crypto audit, and that's all I have for you folks. Until next time, this has been your boy Underdog Crypto.
Top boy, top boy, top boy, top boy. Aight, yeah, started from bottom, we now at the top boy. Aight, yeah, top boy, top boy, top boy, top boy. Aight, don't mess with my food, I get you like top boy. Aight, yeah, top boy, top boy, top boy, top boy. Aight, yeah, started from bottom, we now at the top boy. Aight, yeah, top boy, top boy, top boy, top boy.